Okay, now I'm going to share this book with you. And this is those travelogues that I was telling you about. Now, what this is it's taking monumental life experiences that are still holding you back, or you're just feeling like, I just really I want to let go of this, and but honor it still, and you get to finish the ending of it. But it, like I said, this is a report about an experience you've been through that you're giving to your soul or to your truth teller. Okay, you're coming back and you're saying, here's what happened, and here's what I learned, and here's who I became because of it. Also, there's a whole lot of witnessing in here, where you're talking about what it was like, really what it was like. This is so healing because it's not this kind of glossing over with positivity and pretending like something terrible didn't happen. It's showing what a warrior or what a hero you become. Each of us go through so many different heroes' journeys throughout our life where we go into an unknown situation and have to figure things out, and we become different people than we were before they happened. That's really the hero's journey. You were like this, and then you went through this, and then you were like this on the other side of it. You learned this. You became someone different. You became stronger. You became, more full of wisdom. And so that's what this book is. And I just want to share this with you because it'll kind of help you see where we're going to be going together in the next, little while. In the next year, I'm really going to be focusing on this and giving you guys new projects every month that are just for Patreon. I also have the full course, but I'm going to be even taking some of my old curriculum and finishing it, not rewriting it, but writing the rest of it to include all of these amazing new discoveries that have been made through neuroscience that are so effective that all of us need. So anyway, I'm going to read this to you now, and I'll see you after that. The real story. This story belongs to a warrior. Now I can put it all together. My story is still being written, but here's where it is right now. You see, I'm here to wake up and stand with the warriors, which means I had to wake up. I hadn't learned some valuable lessons yet. Let me tell you what happened. This is where I was set on a path that would change everything. I was weary. I was miserable. I was confused at first, but a change was coming. Don't worry, there's a surprise ending. Watch how it ends up. Just follow along. I felt forced through a time of so much pressure. I was stagnating in life and waiting for a rescuer. Also playing dumb and allowing abuse and letting others decide. I was asleep to my own life. Asleep. I was moving backward and I stayed stuck. I was dimming my light. During that time of paralyzing fear, I was miserable. I was exhausted in every way. I was ignoring red flags and not telling the truth about it. I let it keep happening. I did what everyone else wanted. I needed freed up. It didn't feel right. I just kept working harder. I was desperate. I was weary. I knew I was headed in the wrong direction, but I kept going and I didn't stand up for myself. I thought I could fix it. I felt overpowered. But I also distracted myself and pretended it wasn't happening. I just stayed numb. And I had dark thoughts. I felt so much shame and I blamed others. I was not taking care of my own life. I was too afraid to change. I felt used up. I felt helpless. I felt worthless. I just kept trying to earn my way. I was dying inside, and my soul called out for transformation. I knew I needed to do hard things. I could feel a big shift was coming. Life had plans for what was next. My journey was about to begin. I wasn't ready. I didn't even know what was coming. This is the hard part. I chose to stand up. It was painful. Then, suddenly, and over time, everything fell apart. It all seemed to get taken or stolen, or maybe I threw it all away. I just wasn't careful. My world crumbled. I don't know if they betrayed me, but I felt bitter betrayal right under my nose. So unfair and unjust. They stabbed me in the back. My soul sent me so many warnings. I was too afraid to walk away. I let it keep happening. I couldn't hold it all together, and I seemed to self-destruct, and I got really sick. But I chose to fire up. Things didn't feel right anymore. I lost the confidence I used to have. I lost the energy I used to have. I was careless. I betrayed me and my own life. It ached, it hurt, it sucked. I was hurt and wounded, burned. They burned me at the stake. No one deserves this. It was wrong. I lost what I thought I knew. I wish they would have cared more. Can I get over this? It was incredibly humiliating and also confusing. Sometimes I didn't even want to live. Whether I liked it or not, I realized I wasn't who I used to be. A scary realization. I didn't want to do it anymore, and I couldn't do it anymore, and I was made into the villain, so I walked away. I had to shift gears. A change was coming. Then, I knew I had to do something different. I chose to love up. I figured out I had work to do. I had to learn love for myself. From that time of despair and suffering and oozing and aching and bleeding and crying and feeling trapped. I realized I was a stranger to myself. So I had to learn from that time of wondering and confusion, feeling lost, pretending, searching, clarity, silence, seeking, asking, finding, praying, alone. And I had to learn from that time of feeling trapped and tricked, conned and betrayed and used. I learned from that time of being swept away and giving away my power and numbing myself and feeling out of control and overdoing and arrogance and pride. I chose to own up. I changed. I'm not afraid to do this. I had to do it. I'm grateful I get to do this. So I suffered through a time of figuring things out and death and birth. I had to learn from that time of desperation and needing help and mercy and newness and answers and rest and relief, letting myself heal, letting myself change, letting myself be new. I am grateful. I chose to look up. I had to. I learned from mercy. I learned from love. I had to fail to learn. Everyday life has the benevolent goal of teaching you who you are and what you're capable of. I learned from that time of being held and helped and guided and taught. I learned from clarity and uncovering. I chose to level up and even forgive. And also, I learned from that time of seeking and asking and finding and praying and discovery. I'm finding myself through this. I knew I was going to have to learn self-honesty. So now I say what I mean. I work toward this every day. This is really important to me. I decided that I get to be a new version of me, and I chose to speak up. I decided to be true, but I had to go through some really rough roads to get there. I learned from speaking up. I'm dedicated and committed to this. I learned from losing friends and family and dreams and money and belongings and identity. We drifted apart. I wish it could have been different. I'm trying to get over this. I'm trying to understand why and how we weren't a good match anymore. I learned from gaining new friends and family and dreams and opportunities and identity. I'm grateful. Letting go of my old life, I learned. beautiful soul, letting myself be loved. I learned from my own courage and strength and grit and bravery and kindness. I learned that I always did my best with what I knew and had. Yes, this is where my own strength was revealed to me. Now I know that everyone did their best with what they knew and had, and I have the power to forgive. I chose to strengthen up. I will keep going no matter what. I was growing all along, and I was becoming myself all along. I was learning valuable lessons all along. This is my life's work. I've been in class all along. I was learning the meaning of freedom. And this is where I learned that I was a warrior all along. So I decided to behave like the warrior I am. I chose to armor up. I chose to rise up, true to myself. I decided to center my life on what is real and true. Dear warrior me, now is the time to remember. It is time. It is. Step into your power. I decided to step into my truest and most wonderful, powerful calling. I learned from that time to be true. I learned. I am taking my power back. I am deciding who I am becoming. I am deciding who I am becoming. I am deciding who I'm becoming. I've seen myself rise above it all, and I cannot unsee it now. So, I decided to believe the beautiful truth about my beautiful soul. I honor my life now. I make my own choices now. I chose to fly up. I know what I'm capable of now. I know that I'm beloved by God now. I respect myself now. I show care toward myself now. I give myself what I truly need now. I value my life now. I value all of my life experiences now. And now I know that everything teaches us valuable lessons. And now I know that experiences last as long as they're meant to last. And now I know that relationships last as long as they're meant to last. So, I decided to let myself grieve what's no longer in my life. I release what must be released now. I take responsibility for my choices now. I decided to let go. And I decided to shine. I chose to lift up the frequency, and that stirred me awake. I decided I get to do this my own way. I know I have what it takes. I decided to dream new dreams. I decided to bring more light to the world. I decided to bring more love to the world. I decided to be an instrument of peace. I decided. I have the power. My love is a powerful force. I have the power to love. This is my dream. This is my purpose. I decided to open my hands to the gifts that life wants to give me. I decided to let things be easy. I get to do this step by step. I get to take my own steps. I get to sing my own song. I get to dance my own dance. I am awake to my life. I get to be a new version of me. I get to be happy. I get to choose what feels right for me. I decided to be free. My life is a powerful force. I honor my Creator by creating now. I am creating a beautiful life now. I am awake to my freedom. I remember that I am a masterpiece of creation now. I honor my Creator by loving all of creation now. I am grateful for this. I connect to my Creator now. I decide for myself now. I am connected now. I am creating my thoughts now. I am using my imagination in positive ways now. I honor my Creator by living my life magnificently and sacredly and gratefully. I am creating all the time now. This is my passion in life. Now I know that what I focus on grows and that I am creating more of it. Now I know how powerful I am. Now I know how powerful we all are. I am awake to my power. Now I know that I was gifted with intuition. Now I know how much care went into creating this world and experience. Now I am in a constant state of awe. Now I know how beloved I am. Now I know how beloved we all are. Now I've stopped allowing others to interfere with my free will. What can I create today? What can I learn today? What leaves me in awe today? Now I use my imagination as a tool for creation. Now I know that my words and my thoughts shape my future every day. I understand now. I decided to be free. I transformed. I changed. I healed. I grew. I learned. I became myself. I was revealed to myself. I learned who I am. I learned of my capabilities. I learned what is possible. I learned who my Creator made me to be. I know it's okay that there are still things I might not ever know for sure. I am still learning and growing. And I know that I have to be free now. Now I carefully and mindfully speak only what I want to create. Now I know that I have incredible technology built into me. We all do. Now I know how powerful my mind and heart are. I know that we are all vessels of light. Now I don't hide my light. Now I let my light shine as bright as possible, and I notice the light of others. I am a witness for others now. I have stopped interfering in others' free will now. I grow my light now. I try to bring out the light in others. Now I know that everyone has a mission that matters. Now I know that I have a mission that matters. Now I love my mission. I am awake to my purpose. Now I will use my power. So, now, what used to be difficult is easy. I learned who my Creator made me to be. This was my journey. This was my lesson. This was my quest. I got through it. I was never alone. I'm a new person on the other side of it. I will create it differently next time. I am real now. I'm authentic now. I'm genuine now. I'm just me now. And now, I'm a true warrior. And now I wake up and stand with the warriors, no matter what it takes. I remind others of the beautiful truth about their beautiful souls. And now I am free. I am free now. I am free now. I am free now. This is who I am. I am free. I know I can do this. Here I am. I am here. I am still on my journey, and it's all up from here. I'm creating this. I am a soul building a life. Love is still the answer. I don't know if I could have learned this any other way. I'm so grateful. It was the perfect lesson for me. I'm so grateful for my teachers. We can forgive each other. We can make things better. We can find our way. I hope we do. Okay, guys. This is with the decades of curriculum that I've written and all the things I've tried and done, the literally hundreds of books I've read, all the research I've done. This is one of the most healing things that I have ever done. I could have left that story at the middle and it still would have been true, but it wasn't fair. And it wasn't complete. It wasn't fair to my life. It wasn't fair to my experience to not tell myself the truth. That everything we go through makes us become more of who we are. That's how we earn wisdom. You know, all these different classes we go through, all these different mountains we climb, you know. I have, the last couple years have been hard. I didn't know, I've never known in my life what it was like to not be able to forgive, to hold unforgiveness in my heart. I just always thought I wasn't somebody who could be angry. And when everything came crashing down, I had this new feeling in my body, and it was unforgiveness. And I just wanted it. I didn't want to carry that around anymore. And, forgiveness isn't about it's not about pretending something didn't happen. And it's not even about, it's not about putting yourself behind, something that happened to you and putting somebody else ahead of you. It's about telling yourself the truth, that you can move forward even when awful things happen. And I think what makes it really hard to forgive life or other people or situations or organizations, whatever it is, it makes it hard to forgive when you believe the lie that that situation or that person took your power away. That's what makes it hard to forgive. And so what I have found, that not forgiving is what takes your power away. And that nothing can take your power away without your consent. And so when you tell yourself the truth that you probably have more power than you've ever had, then you can let it go. And that's the best thing you could ever do for yourself, so that you can move forward, because we're here to create, we're here to create the life that we most want to live. We're here to create with each other. We're here to experience and have joy and help each other. And like I said, I don't know that I have ever experienced being awake to my own life. I've been working and working and working and working and working and creating incredible, amazing things my whole life. But it was when I stopped and witnessed myself and my own life that I actually woke up to my life, not to what I'm doing for everybody else or what I think I need to do to the world. And I know that because of that, I will be able to create the most powerful things I've ever created. But it has to start in here and in here with me. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for you more than anything. So thank you for witnessing my story. I hope it was inspirational for you. It's inspirational for me. I'm grateful and I'm proud of myself. And I want you to have that same experience. I want you to be able to take the stories that you thought would end you or did end you, or the stories where you thought part of your power was taken away, or your possibilities, your choices, the stories that were unfair and unjust, the stories that you had to survive by yourself, the stories that you never would have signed up for, had you been given the choice at the time. I want you to take those stories and rewrite them so that you can take the stories you're living right now and rewrite those. And then the fun part starts of pre-writing your stories that you want to live out. But until we go and we fix the way we tell ourselves about ourselves, the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves and each other, it's going to be really hard to move into new stories. I just know that from experience. So anyway, that course is coming up, Soul Roadmaps, like I said, but I wanted to give you guys that story so you could understand why these story cards are so important, that we start thinking about our stories in a new and better, different way. Okay. I love you. And thanks again. Mwah.